Digicel TV, home of Rugby League. Dial *515# to subscribe.
Hello and thanks for joining us for the midday news. PNG Resources Week continues into day 2 today. Delegate presentation covering disaster response, small-scale mining, assessing impact of past disasters from the PNG Chamber of Commerce, the Australian High Commission and the Mineral Resource Authority, amongst others. The summit will conclude tomorrow, 3rd July. Yesterday, July 1st, the PNG Resources Week commenced. Mineral Resources Authority Managing Director Jerry Gary and Department of Petroleum Secretary David Manu represented key regulated updates on minerals and petroleum sectors.
Developers can invest back into restoration because PNG still has potential for oil and gas discoveries. There is demand for energy and gas in the Asian region. Countries in Southeast Asia have 10 times more gas than PNG. However, with their booming population and industries, their domestic consumption has made them now net importers. PNG is well suited to supply the region's energy needs, and exploration is very much encouraged in Papua New Guinea. We will launch a licensing bid round towards the end of 2025, which I mentioned earlier, and that we believe will encourage exploration in our onshore, undeveloped basins and offshore as well. The Papua LNG FID and construction is anticipated for 2025 based on data we have, production and shipment in 2028. If Pinion comes on stream, we expect back-to-back construction phase, and we expect Papua New Guineans to gain more out of national content on the back-to-back construction phase for the two projects.
Octady Mining Limited has taken proactive steps to manage Jet A1 fuel procurement and distributions amidst shortage caused by Puma Energy Distributions. Operating on a cost recovery basis, OTML ensures availability for major airlines with measures like repayments in kina and minimum other qualities to maintain stability. A new 24-month agreement reinforces OTML's commitment to stable fuel supply amid ongoing challenges. 8 business houses in Port Moresby that were affected by the January 10th riot were issued the second payment of support from the government yesterday in Port Moresby. Of the 8 business houses affected during the January 10th riot, 6 received a second payment of support from the government. One of the business houses received 2 payments, which brings a total of 7 checks being issued. The receptions were Bismillah Holdings Limited with 9.2 million, Papindo Trading Corporation Limited received over 900,000 kina, Paron Holdings Limited received 2 million kina, Tango Limited received 1.9 million kina, Pacific Pest Solution received 90,000 kina, Dash Bash Enterprise Limited received 2 payments, 1.8 million kina for debris removal and cleaning, and 74,000 kina in wage support. Hasha Enterprise Limited and CBL Limited were not available to receive their checks. Chief Secretary to Government Ivan Pamliu said 50 million kina in total was issued by the government to assist the business houses. So far, half of the 50 million was used. Pamliu said they have been processing salaries for employees at 500 kina per employees since the riot. Pamliu acknowledges the business houses that have taken the initiative to start rebuilding their businesses without waiting for government support.
There have been some companies, and we do acknowledge them, who have said that we will do our best to rebuild, to acknowledge them for picking up the pieces themselves, but we will provide all the support they need in terms.
Financial Controller for Papindo, Bea Hotilaho, said the company is making progress of opening by September of this year.
Rebuilding, and so we hope that as soon as we can finish, because we understand that this community needs a store.
Meanwhile, the General Manager for Bismillah,
we serve the community with exceptional value, next generation security to its customers, members, and the broader community. Our vision is to be a genuine partner in PNG's nation building.
Timur Rahman said the company intends to rebuild their business starting effectively next year. Alternate Prime Minister Rainbow Paita is calling for better interventions to stop the emerging law and order issues in the country. Paita, through a press conference yesterday, said the rates of petty crimes and violence against women and girls are emerging. This has caused fear in the community, and people do not feel safe moving freely about the city. Paita is calling on the government to impose stronger penalties, strategies, and policies to address this.
The economy is dead. We have a major law and order problem in this country. And you cannot continue to make promises, announcements after announcements. Promises will not save lives in this country. You look at the rates in petty crimes. You don't have to look far. Go to Gordon's Market. It's unsafe. It's unsafe. That's what it is. It's unsafe to even live within Mosby. Just imagine the outskirts of our country.
A new 10-man single barracks will soon be opened in Madang province. The facility is established at the DCA area in Ward 8 of Madang Aban LLG to boost police manpower. The new facility is fully funded by under the Community Initiative Program of AR Pacific Limited, a timber company operating in Madang Town. AR Pacific Limited is supporting police efforts in curbing law and order issues. The Office of the Madang Governor is also assisting in this project. Governor Ramsey Parua visited the new single barracks last Sunday, June 30th, along with the Madang PPC, Acting Superintendent Robert Byam, and Provincial Rural Commander Inspector Peter Gorek. The new 10-man single barracks is fully furnished with beds, toilets, and showers and kitchen facility. The barracks to be opened in a couple of weeks' time and will be occupied by 10 new recruits. PPC Byam thanked the timber company for its contribution in police efforts in Madang Town. South Australia's Domestic Violence Royal Commissioner has spent her first day in the role urging victims and survivors to share their experiences. Natasha Scott Despoja has 12 months to investigate how the state should prevent and respond to violence following a spate of recent deaths.
These are just some of the lives lost to domestic and family violence in South Australia over the past decade. Wives, husbands, daughters and sons. Their deaths have sparked an unprecedented state inquiry.
Women are dying. Children are not only being injured or killed, we know that trauma has a long tail. So we have to address this.
Former SA Senator turned Royal Commissioner Natasha Stott-Despoja has 1 year and $3 million to investigate ways to prevent and respond to domestic, family and sexual violence.
Everything is on the table, which means it can expose failings of government as well as other agencies.
Look deeply into every aspect of our system, we must, because the prevalence of domestic, family and sexual violence is utterly abhorrent.
Public submissions open on Friday. Hearings begin later this year.
Victim survivors have an important role to play in informing the government's response to the Royal Commission and the Royal Commission itself.
I want to hear from victim survivors. I need their stories, but I will only do it in a way that is trauma-informed and safe.
Aman Abrahimzadeh says he's interested in giving evidence. The anti-domestic violence campaigner's father murdered his mother 14 years ago.
Every journey is different for victim survivors. Some of the gaps might exist in the family court system, some of the gaps might be with law enforcement, some of the gaps might be with government policy.
Gaps that the Royal Commission seeks to address to prevent more deaths.
Attempts have been made to seal one of Australia's largest underground coal mines as a fire burns out of control. Smoke from the mine is billowing across the small central Queensland town of Moranbah, and there are growing fears about the economic impact.
Days, smoke continues to pour from the underground Grosvenor coal mine at Moranbah.
We're blessed the fact that no one was injured.
Methane gas was ignited on Saturday morning. All workers were safely evacuated from the site, which remains closed.
Look, it's a dynamic situation. It's going to evolve over the course of the next few days and weeks and months. Right now our priority is safely bringing that mine under control.
The Grosvenor mine opened in 2016 with an expected lifespan of more than 30 years. But the mine has a troubled past. In 2020, a methane explosion left 5 workers severely burned. Many are now asking, how could this happen again?
I'm lost for words. Unfortunately for some of them, this is the second time. No one should ever experience it once, let alone twice.
Crews are working to seal the mine and smother the underground blaze, a decision which could put the mine out of operation for a considerable amount of time.
North Goonyella, which is up the road, had a similar event. It took them nearly 4 years to get back into that mine, to get back to mining.
There are growing fears the Grosvenor mine may be closed permanently.
Well, this whole place will start to feel the real effect of it.
It's not good. Not good at all, mate. Very emotional.
I do know that workers are really mourning the idea of this coal mine being sealed permanently.
The safety of the local community is not believed to be at risk from the smoke, with nearby air quality monitors returning a good reading.
All of the expert advice at the moment is that's not currently a cause for concern.
A community left to monitor the environmental impact as they wait to see if they'll be dealt an economic blow.
In sports, the Papua New Guinea Hunters showcased resilience and determination as they held off a fast-finishing Ipswich Jets side to secure a 28-22 victory in round 16 of the Ostplus Cup. The thrilling encounter took place at North Ipswich Reserve in Ipswich, Australia, providing fans with an action-packed spectacle. The Hunters' heli dominance was crucial, setting the stage for a hard-fought win that moved them into top 8 on the ladder.
The Hunters came out strong, with Alex Max making a significant impact by scoring quick tries in the 5th and 9th minutes. Valentine Rigid continued the momentum with another try in the 13th minute, giving the Hunters a comfortable lead. Finley Glare and Judah Rimbo added to the tally with tries in the 25th and 34th minutes, respectively. Jamie Mavoko was consistent with his conversions, successfully kicking goals in the 6th, 11th, 15th, and 36th minutes, ensuring the Hunters capitalized on their try-scoring opportunities. Despite the Hunters' strong start, Ipswich Jets refused to go down without a fight. Dry Nature Rao ignited the comeback with a try just before half-time in the 39th minute. The Jets continued to apply pressure in the second half, with Arama Howe crossing the line in the 64th minute. Brandon Roberts and Matthew Lyons further closed the gap with tries in the 76th and 78th minutes, making the final moments of the game intensively competitive. Brandon Roberts played a pivotal role in the Jets' fight back, not only scoring a try, but also successfully converting the 3 goals. The conversions in the 65th minute, 76th minute, and 79th minutes kept the Jets within striking distance, making the Hunters work hard to maintain the lead. Despite the late surge from the Jets, the Hunters' early efforts proved enough to secure the victory. The Hunters' defense held firm in the dying minutes of the game, repelling the Jets' final attacks to clinch the win. The victory was crucial for the Hunters as it propelled them into the top 8 on the Hostplus Cup ladder. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
This ends the midday news. Join us at 6 for the main bulletin.